Hello and welcome to another episode of New Game Play. Today I'm your host Jeff Cork, joined today by Elise Favis.
Hello, hello.
Hi, and Leo Vader.
Hello, hello.
What are we looking at here, Elise?
This is Blair Witch, obviously based on the Blair Witch franchise and the Blair Witch project that came out in 1999. This is by Bluebird Team, the developer that made Observer and Layers of Fear.
Do you think they regret that name? Because I'm just thinking, like, here's the spooky game from Masters of Horror, Bluebird Games.
But also, I feel like the two B's. Yeah. Sometimes I struggle. I'm like, Blooper? No.
Yep.
Bluebird.
And that's pretty scary.
Yeah.
You don't want to be...
It's messing with your heads, just like what they plan to do in this game.
Yeah.
So maybe it works. Maybe it works. So you're here, you're playing as Ellis, and it's in first person. You got your walkie-talkie and your dog, Bullet. You are helping a search party to search for a missing boy in the Black Hills Forest, which is the same location as the original movie. Of course, things are a little different this time.
It's 3D.
It's 3D.
You're not that lady.
Yep.
Sure.
But this isn't through a camera right now, right? That's a different mechanic in the game?
So you do have a camcorder, and you can look through its lens, and you can replay footage on your camera, which will maybe give you hints about what's going on, because you'll find tapes around the forest and things like that. You'll also use it to solve puzzles. So say you rewind footage of a tree falling and then it goes back up, like standing upward, then in real life the tree will also do the same thing.
This looks like interesting.
Yeah. And you've got your dog, and you can give him certain commands, as you've already kind of seen here.
So defile this grave. Perfect.
Disrespect that.
That's right. And there are some behind the scenes like relationship mechanics with your dog, where if you build trust between you and your dog, then he will look out for you more and he'll be more helpful. Whereas, he's scared.
How do you build trust?
So I don't know exactly. I think it's just in terms of like cooperating with each other and listening to him maybe when he alerts you of monsters and things like that. And you can pet him, but they told me like you can't like just keep petting him, and like that's not the only factor. But yeah, Bullet is your best bud, but he's also your guide. He'll like scope things out for you. He can smell things and then follow the scent and things like that.
Seems like Ellis is losing time, like in the hit film The Blair Witch Project.
Losing time?
Yeah, he just woke up and said, "Did I pass out?" It's kind of weird stuff going on.
That's weird. But yeah, so what's a little different this time in comparison to the original movie is that in the first film you don't see the witch ever.
Right.
And I wasn't told if you do in this one, but what you do see are her minions. So there are monsters that you will directly fight. And and that's a new thing for Bluebird, because they don't ever have combat in their games. But there will be combat this time around with your flashlight. Your flashlight is actually kind of like your weapon, and you can blind enemies, basically, and temporarily fend them off, but they will come back.
You think Alan Wake's is like, come on, guys.
What
are you doing with that flashlight?
Yeah.
That's kind of my thing.
I invented pointing that at scary things.
Good to know.
I like the idea of having a dog in a horror game. I feel like that is going to vastly increase how stressed I am when monsters are around. If a dog is in danger.
And they told me they didn't want it to feel like an escort mission or something like that. Like Bluebird, what am I saying? Bullet can go into places that you can't. Like, for example, right now, you just went into that little building.
Bullet Games and Bluebird as a name for a dog might be a better configuration.
Yeah. So.
What was that?
Yeah.
It went so fast.
That's right. There's weird stuff every once in a while.
Can you record it and then slow down the footage?
It's very smart.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Maybe.
Now I'm thinking with camcorders.
So yeah, here's kind of an example of one of those monsters coming after you.
So it seems like it's as much about trying to even find the target as it is keeping the flashlight on them.
Yeah, for sure. And also like listening to your dog too. Like he'll help you out. And also, certain actions you'll do can impact the fate of your dog. That's what they told me. So you got to take care of him too.
And that's our exclusive footage. Now we have regular footage.
It's still very good, though, right?
All amazing.
Well, that answers my next question, which was, can you go outside during the daytime?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alice to base. Do you copy? Alice, what are you doing here? Joining the search party.
Such a breath of fresh air in the movie whenever it wasn't nighttime anymore. You're like, phew, we have a few hours of not being scared.
Yeah, and someone left us a cool little present by the tent. What's this?
So your walkie-talkie is used to keep in contact with the rest of the search party and the sheriff. Though you may sometimes hear voices in the forest, and you may think it's like you finding the search party again, but be careful because it might be actually the witch screwing with you.
Hate that.
Yeah, she's kind of a jerk. So,
Good dog.
How do we feel about expanding on the universe of the Blair Witch Project?
I think it's cool.
It's interesting because before the Blair Witch movie came out, there was like a fake documentary that aired.
Yep.
And it was super interesting.
Yeah, there was the mockumentary, yeah.
Yeah.
Because under the impression that the movie was real, like going with that narrative.
Yeah. So they've always kind of expanded beyond the scope of that first movie in some ways, but yeah, I am curious to I don't want a boss battle with the Blair Witch though, right?
Right. I almost hope that they never show the witch here too.
Yeah.
I mean, it does give me some pause that they show the minions, that there are like monsters that you see.
Yeah.
But I understand trying to like gamify it a little bit too, you know?
Yeah. I wonder if they'll do something like they did with, like Arcane did with Prey, where you see these weird otherworldly things, but they're kind of like shapes more than like just a guy walking around. You know what I mean? So like the minions, I hope when they die, they fade away almost instantly, so you can't just walk over to them and look at them.
Drag their body around.
Yeah, like there's not just a corpse laying there. Yeah, I hope so too. You know, the way Bluebird described the witch to me, or like their kind of approach to it is like, well, they don't see her as like one single entity. She's kind of just this force that can, you know, change the environment around you, or, you know, have these different supernatural beings come after you. We're gonna, actually, I won't say anything. But we should just watch here something.
Okay.
Dog sounds agitated.
Yeah. Just wants a treat.
It's a classic video game flashlight right there too.
Terrible batteries.
Crapping out on you.
Oh, I thought there was something coming right then. Maybe it's a bit later. But yeah, so the fact that the like flashlight kind of flickers sometimes made me wonder if I don't know if anyone here has played Outlast, either of you. But I was like, oh, I wonder if there's gonna be like that batteries mechanic, you know?
Yeah.
And I kind of hope not, to be honest.
Because then you have to have a bunch of batteries laying around in the woods.
Which is weird.
Right.
And that was already a little weird in Outlast too, because it was also a rural area. And yeah, it was kind of bizarre.
You'd think at least they would do one of those like cranky kind of flashlights.
Right, with a crank, yeah.
Chernobyl style.
Exactly.
Did you guys know this game is real? It's based on real events. All this stuff
this
actually
is
is
real
happening.
life?
Yeah.
Are we like where we are right now in this studio's not?
Oh no.
Shit.
A real guy's doing this.
Are you sure we're not walking in circles?
That was another question I was going to ask. Are you just going to walk in circles a bunch here?
I don't know.
Yeah, like the forest from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Or the forest from Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, like but I mean like in a video game context.
Yeah, it takes place in 1996. And they said that they kind of chose that because they want to get away from the smartphones and the that kind of technology era. So you can't just like pull your phone and use GPS or something.
Okay. But it's not going to be like
Here, boy.
I'm on the radio with the sheriff. Hey, you going to the Stone Temple Pilots concert?
It's not that kind of game.
My flannel is
I need to turn my Weezer shirt into a bandage.
Honestly, though, if this was a game that, and then suddenly, like, you're in a forest, and then all of a sudden you're at a Stone Temple's pilot, like, I would play that.
Yeah.
I would totally play that.
Yeah, just a homage to the 90s. Let's go that direction, you know?
Yeah.
Ah, there's the crank we wanted so badly.
Is the witch pulling that
Called
crank?
it. Maybe.
Is there a sawmill in the game?
Apparently.
Cool.
Very cool.
There's a sign for it.
A logging operation out here. They stopped giving out permits in the 60s.
Yeah, I keep thinking a lot about Last 2 with this footage.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
does feel quite reminiscent, especially because of the video camera and the
Yeah,
setting.
for sure.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's why they were the right team for the job.
Yeah.
See if
Natural
you can
fit.
find something, buddy.
I'm always here for dog mechanics.
Yeah.
I always show up day one, you know?
Yep. Great for your support.
And those dog interactions.
Very cool. All right, when is this out, Elise?
This is out August 30th on Xbox One and PC.
It looks like
Oh,
it might be scary.
Possibly.
We'll see.
We'll see when it comes out.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thanks for showing this off, Elise.
Yeah, thank you.
And Leo, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Shut up and let me listen to the game! Oh, pardon me. I was just brainstorming a really good comment. Subscribe to Game Informer's YouTube for new episodes of new gameplay today every single week. We are proud of them, and we have fun making them. Thanks!